another episode of Just Us Dads. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Dadversation. In case you haven't done so yet, let me remind you that you can go over to all social media platforms, subscribe and like, especially on YouTube. We're trying to grow that channel a lot, so if you could do that, you'll be helping us quite a bit. Chris is with us. George is with us. You're not seeing double. That's actually George. Today we decided to wear the same shirt, same shaved head, same unshaved face. Just
None of it was planned. None of it was planned. Believe it or not. We accidentally both wore the same shirt.
Awesome.
It doesn't show though the way that you're.
I'll just stay here so people don't get too distracted or
okay,
mixed up with whose comments are being offensive.
It's not a problem, man. And if you guys want any merch, you can go onto our website, justusdads.ca. There's a little tab there that you can go and get yourself some T-shirts, some I don't even know what else we have there, mugs, a bunch of stuff.
Baseball cap,
aprons.
April, I don't even know. I have no idea what we have. I
think it's time. I think it's time. 2021 aprons. Just as Dad's aprons.
I'm gonna put an apron. That's the next thing. So go head on over there, justusdads.ca, support the podcast, and get some merch. They're really fun. And if you don't like them, just wear them as a PJ. I mean, that's what George does.
Or when you need to move somebody.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
I'm great, man. I just finished 4,000 push-ups.
4,000.
4,000.
One hand.
On one hand. Small update. In case you're someone listening or watching for the first time, go back 2 episodes or last episode. There is a weight loss competition happening between the 3 of us that will span throughout the 5 next months all the way until the mid-December. We're all trying to compete. Chris does 4,000 push-ups a day.
One hand.
So far, I don't know. We don't keep in touch. We don't update ourselves. I'm assuming probably George is doing the best from all 3 of us. I've tried and I've managed to keep myself lower than the weigh-in 2 weeks ago on July 5th, the day that we started. Last weekend, I think my wife sent you a message because I don't know, somehow it appears that everyone's ganging up on me, even my own wife. I went to the bathroom and I'm trying to unbuckle my pants, and I don't know if it's because my belts are different. The ones I wear with my jeans, it's not the traditional buckle where you kind of put the belt in, you pull it, and there's like a little thing that you put through the hole, like a traditional buckle. The belt that you have now is like a little clip kind of thing that it kind of slides under, and then you kind of close it on. So that's how. So every time I have to go to the bathroom, I just unclip it and I'm ready to go. So I have a feeling that's what I try to do with my with the belt I was wearing my suit with. But it's a traditional belt, so it's the one you got to pull and open and all that stuff. This is just, it may be an excuse. I don't know. All I remember was I just felt my pants go loose and I heard a clink on the floor. I looked down and the whole buckle just ripped off from the belt. Like it didn't exist anymore. I'm looking at it. I'm like,
you were one bite away from that happening without pulling.
Oh, yeah, maybe. There was no way of fixing this, guys. I rolled up my belt and I just tossed it in the garbage along with the buckle. It stayed in the bathroom. So, I don't know.
So what kept your pants up?
It was okay.
They were already tight without the belt. They were fine.
Yeah. Well, they weren't that loose. I mean, like, I don't really think I need the belt. I think the belt is there just for the fashion statement.
Sure.
This reminded me of the joke by, is it Mitch Hiddenberg? You guys know him?
Yeah.
Mitch, who goes, is it the belt holding the pants or is it the pants holding the belt? Who's the real hero in this?
That's so true. It's so true. When your belly gets to a certain size, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Who's the hero in this?
Your belly pushes down on that belt, man. The belt's fighting for its life.
Guys, it's never happened to me. I've never broken a belt. Like I change belts because they melt. Like after 10 years or whatever.
I think you have to go from belts, because what you described before, I think, is a thin person's belt. I think you have to go to a rope now.
Just a rope.
Just a rope, man.
Wrap it
Make a knot. Make a knot.
Make a knot. Put a shirt on top of it so it doesn't show.
That's it.
So it's either that or just jogging pants all the time.
Oh man, jogging pants are the best.
They're the best. They are the fucking best.
Especially the last year and a half, guys. This has been my wardrobe. Just as dad's merch and jogging pants. I haven't worn anything else. Like either like a those little tank tops or whatever, or the white undershirts that we wear.
You know what the worst thing about jogging pants is, George?
Yeah.
You can gain 85 pounds and not notice.
And not feel it.
You just won't feel it. 80 pounds later, and you're like, what? It looks the same. It fits the same. I don't get it. That's the problem with jogging pants.
Yeah,
to be avoided. To be avoided.
That elastic, that range, it fools you.
Yeah. Same thing with sweaters, man. Big sweaters, it's like 20, 30 pounds, and then you're like, okay, I'm good. And then you try and wear a shirt, like a dress shirt, then you're done.
Yeah, no. I know exactly how it feels, man. The dress shirt I wore on the weekend, it barely fit, like barely. Like I was maybe like, I don't know, a couple pounds away from embarrassment.
Yeah. You see, you have to eat. Yeah.
It was really like fitted.
Well, the shirt you wore at my place was pretty fitted.
The polo.
Yeah, the polo.
That shrank in the dryer like the day before.
And the running joke with Adam, to repeat it one more time, was George wore a T-shirt as if he won the competition. This T-shirt he's supposed to wear in 5 months.
2 sizes from now he's supposed to wear that. When he's a medium again, he's supposed to wear that.
I don't know if that was your inspiration. I don't know if this is your positive thinking.
The real question is, when was the last time you were a medium? You have to give up on the medium. You get some new clothes. Go to Costco. Get some new clothes.
The worrying thing is that's large, and I always wear large, and it was tight. So I don't think I gained that much weight. I honestly think that it shrank in the dryer, and I know that you guys think it's an excuse, but it's happened.
You have to understand that me and Chris, I know every excuse. Yeah, we know every excuse why not to start a diet. It's not because I gained weight; it's because it shrunk. My mom ruined it in the wash. My wife did this.
How's it going, Chris? Did you start yet, or are you still?
Yeah. No, I'm there. I'm doing right. Building the good habits.
Nice.
I'm avoiding the carbs, the flours, and the salts, and the sugar. The sugar is one. Look, no matter what diet you do, everyone agrees on the sugar part. Yeah. Like there's people that don't agree with the fats and the carbs, and there's people you could play around with that. But everyone agrees on the sugar. So that's the first thing to go, I think. Except for on the weekend. One cheat day or maybe a cheat meal.
And that's I think the toughest thing to let go, or to find the discipline, because I mean it's everywhere, man. You got to give up bread, you got to give up everything like
it's really sorry, go on.
No, it's sad because it's not. I was gonna say you have to give up cookies, but in my case, I have to give up the row of cookies. I don't give up cookies. I give up the row.
The entire row.
Like it's the entire row. That's what sucks. So it's
Your first diet, you went down from no more rows, just a couple cookies. Now you're down to no fucking cookies. Only on Saturday.
And maybe one. And you know what? Maybe a bite. I'm trying to be disciplined enough for a bite.
You know what worked for me the first time around? Yeah. You're gonna love this. You chew, and you fucking spit it all out, and you rinse your mouth. Don't swallow anything.
What?
I prefer bulimia.
You know how much that worked for me? You have no idea. It would trick my brain, man. It would trick my brain. Give it a try. When you're just give it a try in the moment of weakness. Just say, I'm gonna try chewing and spitting it out. And then if you fail, go have another one and eat it.
Now that you mentioned it, I think I've seen you do it.
Of course I've done it.
You know what, George? You missed my comment before, but I'm not going to do that because I put that up there with bulimia.
Spitting it out?
Yeah, I feel like
it's a last resort. It's a last resort. It's not, you don't start there. Like, I mean,
no, but I'm
you have to start with try not to eat anything.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it to be like the habits because there's no way you could continue this regimen for the rest of your life without ever eating sugar. So it's about just controlling it. It's not completely removing it. It's about really controlling it. So it's like you have
you know what? It depends on the person you are. For me, I agree with you. I'm exactly like that. I cannot walk away forever. I still have it on the weekends. I'm hoping to continue this forever, Monday to Friday. Sunday to Friday, I do great work, and Saturday I let loose a little bit. One big meal, so desserts and drinks, and then Sunday to Friday back the same thing. Because if I walk completely away from it, I'm gonna go to another extreme on the flip side, and it's fucking destructive.
Yeah.
But I have a cousin. He's the type of guy. Once he decides, that's it. That's it. Like
yeah,
he quit,
that's good.
He quit drinking. He's mad alcoholic. 12 years, he hasn't touched a fucking drink.
Like cold turkey.
Yeah. Once he puts it in his head, that's it. He doesn't go back. Well, but but his extreme was very extreme,
Yeah.
A lot more extreme than mine. So his counterbalance is the total opposite end of the scope,
Yeah.
But it works for him. That will never work for me. I will always fail. I will always find a way back to it.
It worked for me, but temporary. Like the alcohol, I did it for almost 5 years, and then I came back, and
it didn't mess with your life.
No. But
what do you mean when you stop alcohol? Like nothing at all, or to a certain?
You talking about my cousin?
No, Chris.
Yeah, I stopped alcohol for 5 years completely.
Nothing. You didn't drink an ounce of alcohol.
Nothing. And I stopped meat for a year and a half.
Because you were dealing with something too.
Well, yeah, it was gout.
That's what it was. That's what drove you there.
Yeah. No, I'm saying what I'm saying is that it's possible. It's just it's not that sustainable. I'd rather be good my whole week and have no occasional beer
but look what happened.
On the Saturday.
Your gout got under control, and you decided to start having a few drinks here and there.
Yeah, that's it.
But if your problem was that the sauce was ruining your life, you'd probably walk away forever.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the different. He has a different motivating factor.
It wasn't life threatening enough.
Well,
for your mind to tell you it's done. Forget it. You erase it.
You need something to get it there. You need the situation to be.
Well, actually, the idea is not to get there.
No, I know, but unfortunately, when you get there, it's called rock bottom. Rock bottom makes you change because you only look up from there, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
You guys think we should do maybe 2 weigh-ins before December, or no? We just go straight surprise December bing.
Oh, we could do like a monthly update if you guys want. You want to do that? Like we did.
You do a fucking daily one. You want to do a fucking daily? Do a fucking daily.
Not daily. Not daily's too crazy.
Well, I weigh myself every week, but I mean,
you should weigh yourself every day. What are you worried about? Knowing?
Nothing. I'm not worried about anything. It's just
you're gonna know how your efforts from yesterday, what it gave you, what you need to adjust. Maybe it gave you nothing. It's a disappointment. You would know.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Look, the way I do it, I usually weigh myself daily, but the one that I stick to is the Saturday morning. The furthest away since my last cheat. That's the one that counts the most,
Yeah. That's how he determines how stupid to go on Saturday.
No.
What kind of damage can I do today on my cheat day?
I'm still keeping the weight I lost off. I haven't gained anything back.
Yeah.
I haven't gained anything back from the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, good. We gotta pick it up. I'm gonna start. I walked this week. Been raining today, yesterday, and before yesterday. So, but next week I'm.
It was raining.
It was raining. 24 hours. 24 hours of rain. 24 hours. From 8 p.m. till 2 in the morning when I went to sleep. When it didn't rain all those days, there was no reason.
It was raining for 26 minutes today.
I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you in a terrible way, George. I'm gonna talk to you in a terrible way, George.
Oh man.
The only reason I talk to you this way is to motivate you. As negative as it is, I'm pulling the Greek on you. I'm gonna motivate you with negativity.
Yes.
You're an idiot. I'll stop. No, but I mean, if you want some pointers, I'll help you out, man. I don't care about losing.
The walking helps a lot. I love it. It's good.
But you have to understand, it's good that you're walking. Overall, it's activity. It's good. But if you want results, you have to try to peak your heart rate, and you have to move it. 4 kilometers an hour is not going to do shit. You need to hit 6. You need to go down.
No, see, last time we spoke, I thought it was kilometers, but I looked at my app. It was 3.7 miles an hour.
Okay, so it's about right.
I think we're at that. We're at the same page.
Exactly. Today I averaged 9 minutes and 12 seconds a kilometer. Sunday I did it as well because we had to recover from Saturday's fucking debauchery.
You spent all day walking.
No, Sunday I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat till 5 p.m. I'm not even kidding. And that's after I walked fucking 15 clicks or 11 clicks. I'm sorry, 15. That's how guilty I feel.
Oh, wow.
I felt so guilty, man. I counted the calories just on the beers. I was at 1,000 calories. And then there was the shots. And then there was all the food. And I had eaten before I got there.
But the food wasn't that bad. I mean,
okay. I was in a burst.
It was all the cheese and the sausages in the beginning. Because after that, I had salad and a little bit of steak. And what else did you have?
Lamb
some
chops,
meat or whatever. I can't remember. Yeah, or some hamburger. The hamburger.
Chicken.
And lamb chops.
Kafta.
Yeah, chicken. I'm not sure if I had chicken. Well, whatever. No, it was a lot of food, but I mean, yeah. Whatever.
I ate 2 bowls of hummus myself.
It's the drinks, man. It's the drinks.
I told you, just on beers, I was at 1,000 calories.
Yeah, you shouldn't drink your calories, but they taste so good.
Once a week.
Once a week. That's what it is.
Like I said, the next day I did something about it. I didn't just wake up and do nothing. I did something. I starved myself and I went walking.
All right, so we should let's get somebody on now.
Yeah, we're gonna look for everyone watching. We're looking into bringing on different experts, nutritionists, dietitians, maybe training, fitness trainers, maybe even chiropractors. Anyone that's related in the health field, wellness. And
it'd be awesome to try and find somebody who's lost, like, we know we have George that's lost 100 pounds, which is good. And then we can try and find somebody who's lost like the extreme weight, like the 200, 250 pounds.
Yeah.
Guys like that.
I'm sure we'll be able to find someone. I think if we all think hard enough, we can probably, we must know at least one person that has lost a lot of weight. Anyways, we'll think about that. So for everyone watching,
so what are you gonna do? You're gonna call those people that you think that might need to lose 250 pounds and ask them if they accomplish it?
No, guys, I've already done it. Because don't forget, like us losing like 80, even 100 pounds. Yeah, it is altering. You change your lifestyle, but people that lose 300 pounds, it's a drastic change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These guys start living again. These guys, their life doesn't change. They get their life back.
Yeah, they went from being ill to being okay.
That's right. Yeah, and it'll be interesting to try and get somebody that has a story like that.
We didn't just to go back to last weekend because the kids weren't there, so we came home. They were with my in-laws, and for the first time in a long time, I slept like a baby. Oh man, no kicks in the kidneys, no elbows in my ear. All right. And I was just wondering, and maybe we can talk about this. I don't know what to do to get these kids out of my bed. And like the old one is fine. She actually gets up and she'll go and sleep on her own. Like she knows, but she'll always wake up in the middle of the night, like around 3 or around there, 3:30. And instead of going back to her bed, she comes to ours. She wakes up to pee every night. Every night she wakes up. So, and then she just comes straight back to our bed. The little one, the last couple of nights, she's done full nights in her bed, but I think I don't know, maybe she was tired, I don't know. But I always wake up next to her, always, or she wakes me up. Whatever, she's always in our bed in the morning. Sometimes I don't even hear her come. And I'm just wondering what I don't know what your situation is. Obviously, Chris, your eldest is obviously too old. I doubt that he comes still to your bed.
No.
Does the little one come to your bed still?
Yeah. Look, I think
does she fall asleep in your bed, or she falls asleep in hers and then comes to yours?
No, with the little one, she'll fall asleep into her bed, and every morning it's like hello with the the teddy bear and the little unicorn. And
in the morning,
she comes with her friends in the morning. Yeah, she comes in the morning.
Okay, so she sleeps. She does the whole night in her bed.
Yeah. Well, 90% of the time. There's that 10% where she saw something that was terrifying. Her brother scared her with a story. Last time with thunder, right? Thunder and lightning scared her. She came running. But I think what you're describing is 98% of
society.
Yeah, man.
Of what parents are dealing with. Everyone's dealing with this.
But I'll be honest with you. Look, there's two sides of me. There's one side of me that I just want my bed back.
I could tell you that they don't do it anymore, but I'm still dealing with it.
What do you mean?
I still have to blast them not to do it. They don't just. They still want to.
Yeah.
Last night I woke up and I looked over and guess what? There's a kid next to me. I don't know where. And my oldest too, who doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So go figure. I didn't say anything.
You know what? With me, it's like I don't mind it. Look, the old timers were a little bit more disciplinarian. Like it's like, no, you go to your room. I don't care if you cry. You can cry for 44 hours in a row. This is what you're saying. With us, we're a little bit softer. At least I'm softer. But you know what? I like it. If it's not every day, I enjoy it.
Exactly.
That's what I was about to say. That there's two sides of me. One side is like, oh, can you just leave, man? I just want my bed. I want my space. Another side of me actually enjoys it.
Because it's cute.
Yeah,
it's cute.
They're warm.
They cuddle.
Yeah.
They
that's the difference. Our parents didn't crave that shit. We do.
Yeah.
I like it. When I wake up, sometimes next to those cheeks, and it's like, wow. It's the best alarm clock.
Not rewind to a freaking.
But it can't be every day. It can't be every day.
A boomer father would not accept it ever.
Never.
A boomer father, it's not possible. You don't do that.
No. You go to your room. That's what you do.
You stop at the door. You walked in.
No, but see, us with Emma, we like at any time in the night if she would come, we would actually get up and bring her back because you read all the books and you hear all the stuff, all the coaching tips and all these things. It's like no matter what, no matter when, you get up, you bring her back. She needs to understand, and we did that like at all times during the night. 1 a.m, 2, 4, 3, whatever time it was, we would actually get. Now with a little one, we don't even have the energy to do it anymore.
Yeah, you've lost the willpower, man.
It's like 2:30 a.m. If I hear her come, I'm like, okay, man, whatever. Just make some space. I need to get back to sleep,
But isn't that what happens with the second child usually?
They don't care.
You're like looser with everything, right?
You don't have the drive to stop it.
Yeah, like you forget about the quote unquote rules.
Yeah.
You're supposed to follow as a parent.
I have friends that have 3, 4. I even have a friend that has 5. And number 3, 4, 5, sometimes they don't even know where it is. Like they don't know at a specific time in the day, they won't know where their kids are. It's like somebody, number 2 is raising number 5.
Yeah.
So it's
we've lost a little bit of our we were never strict, but kind of that discipline that we thought we'd have on this subject.
Look, when you're not strict, you have a pattern. When you're strict, you have rules. So.
Yeah. So they're just there. But again, but you know what's funny though? It was
there. Yeah, that's your pattern, bro. They're just there.
Yeah, they're just there, and that's it. Just live with it because
I'm mean, so there's rules.
This is the funniest thing though came from my mom a couple of weeks ago because like in your house, Drew, we never slept in my parents' bed, and deep down I know it's not my mom's decision; it was the dad's decision, right? So a couple of weeks ago, we were my parents or they were over, I can't remember, and we were talking about the exact same thing, and my mom of all people, she's like, you know what? Doesn't matter. Eventually they're gonna stop coming and you're gonna miss it. So take advantage of it now, because it won't last forever. And it kind of struck a chord. Maybe it comes from deep down, like she wanted the kids to come to bed, and someone never let it happen.
Or maybe with her maturity, she realizes that it's not so bad being a little more affectionate than they were. Maybe it's that too. Because a lot of parents were afraid to be too affectionate. You're going to make them soft. They're not going to be independent and things like this. So they had this kind of philosophy behind every decision they made, right?
Yeah. They conflated tenderness with weakness.
Yeah, exactly.
You can be tender and not be weak, right?
Exactly. They figured they'd make somebody who's not independent, makes them weak and all that.
Yeah.
And rather, instead of saying, they have fond memories of their childhood, being very affectionate. There's nothing wrong with that either.
But it's still a fight. You're either going to fight like early on, or you're going to fight later on. But whatever you do, you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to explain to them that they need to sleep in their bed. So you're going to go through that anyway. It's just, do you go through it early on, or do you wait for it to kind of subside by itself and you have to repeat over and over again?
Maybe not. Maybe it won't reach that point, man. Maybe like Emma now, she knows that, look, I want to go sleep in my bed. Like she's like, okay, no, I got to go sleep. She does it on her own. We never had to kind of force and say, go to your bed now. Okay, you're
old enough. If she ever feels that, sorry.
6.
So you have to decide between.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like up until now she's been sleeping every night in our bed, because don't forget, we kept bringing her back. The first whatever, I don't remember how old she was when we put her in her bed and she could climb down and come.
No, but I'm saying usually the decision is what's longer and what are you willing to take more? Are you willing to take the 15 minutes of crying 5 days in a row early on, or are you willing to take the 4, 5, 6 years?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the decision you're making.
Look, we tried to go the route where we would make it appealing for them to stay in their bed. Like, so it's like
you throw Oreo cookies.
Rolos.
No, she wanted a bunk bed. We're like, okay, let's take the opportunity. Let's get the best bunk bed ever that she wants. Like, she'll go pick it. It's gonna be her bunk bed, and maybe that will get her to just sleep in the bed.
Not the most cost-effective solution right there, man. Yeah.
No, but we needed to get beds anyway, right? We needed to do it. So we're like, what? Screw it, let's do it. We got the bunk bed. In the first maybe week or two, she was perfect, and then she started again, But again, she's at a stage now where I don't really mind her, because most of the night she spends it in her bed. Like, if she comes, it's gonna be really, really, really early in the morning, like at 4 or somewhere around there, 4:35. Like, the night is done anyway,
Oh wow, that's early.
Yeah,
I thought you meant in the morning. I thought they come like around 6:37 just to wake up with you guys.
No, like it's still bedtime. Like,
oh wow, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's like between 3 and 5-ish, around there.
That's not the morning, man. We call it the morning, but it's
early morning. It's early morning.
It's early morning. Yeah. Okay. Because what mine does is she comes to kind of wake up with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she'll come. She's kind of, okay, look, I could sleep maybe another 30 minutes, but I'll go spend that time with my parents.
Yeah. We've had that too. We've had moments where Emma comes, it's like 7:30, and she's like, okay, I'm up.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Like
that kind of stuff, But
when she comes in, is the little one there?
Yeah.
Eventually, it's gonna bother her that there's. It's gonna bother her eventually that the little one has different rules, so she might start coming back. So you better get the little one out soon, because the other one's gonna start coming back too. That's what happened to me.
Because I think on that front, I think she's pretty kind of independent. She knows that I'll just go sleep on my bed.
Jealousy is a hell of a thing, man. They get jealous for anything.
Yeah, but not on that. Like, she's not like I don't see it. I've never seen any signs of that there. But no, the little one, man, maximum 2:30 in the morning, she's there. She's in bed.
No, I went through that. George. I went through that. It's
the little one too. And me, it got to the point where he would walk in and he would just stand there, because my wife was such a light sleeper. He would just sit there and wait for her to make room for him. He wouldn't even say anything. He just wait, and she would make room for him and crawl into bed.
That's actually good, man. Us, they don't. They just climb, they walk on you, and they go. They come between you. They make their own space.
And just to get back to your mom's point, George. You see, my older son now, it's the complete opposite. He tends to want to spend more time alone now.
Yeah.
So I'm really cherishing that the little one still wants to spend. She's right on that. You're gonna get to the point where they won't show up, or they're not gonna come places.
Look, when she told me, it struck a chord. I'm like, you know what? She has a point. I mean, it's not gonna, like, they're not gonna be 15 and sleeping in my bed.
Hold on, because I know a parent who they're 18 and they still crawl into her bed.
Come on, man.
How old?
They were at the time. They were 18 and 16.
No, man. No.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Oh wow.
Maybe it wasn't as frequent, but it was very regular.
Yeah.
Very common.
That's too old. That's too old for them.
They wake up to go pee and they just kind of feel like crawling at the bed with mom.
Just like I was watching a documentary last year.
They're really close though. They're very friendly. Like they're very close. They travel together. Just mom and her.
At that age, you would suspect that they want their space, like Chris's old son.
I can't answer, man.
Yeah, no, of course.
There's certain things that remain. They still remain children until they're not. You know.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Chris?
No, I'm saying that's weird because it's like, and there's like a lot of anomalies like that. I remember watching a documentary where there was a mom and she was breastfeeding her kids, and I think one was 9 and the other one was like 13.
Oh my God!
And just because she had never stopped, she was still producing milk.
Yeah, of course.
And
it kept her thin, I'm sure.
It was too weird for me. It made me uncomfortable. I couldn't understand it.
If I saw a 5-year-old, I'd be uncomfortable.
There's not one child that should have a vivid recollection of having your mom's boob in your mouth.
No, man, it's just weird.
You can't have that memory.
I mean,
you can't be old enough to remember that.
Past the age of, look, personally, I think one before even the age of 2, I think is best. My opinion. I don't know anything.
Well, I think nature takes care of it, man.
If I saw people, like, I mean, I've seen people do it. The kid was close to 4, where it wasn't really like the kid breastfed all day. Just whenever they wanted a comfort suck, they would go up to the mom and just grab it.
Yeah, force tool.
And we're sitting there having a conversation, and her daughter runs up to her, drops her tube top, and there's a tit. I've met this person 4 times in my life, and I'm looking at her tit. It was original. Let's just say it wasn't because she's wearing a tube top and the kid just yanks it down. It's not like when you're breastfeeding, you're covered up in a way. There's a blanket, and she just started sucking on the nipple and then went off to play again. And I'm like, well, this is while the mother's still. She's looking at me in the eyes, talking to me, having a conversation. I'm like, what's going on? Well, she's talking to me. I'm like, there's a kid sucking on a tit that's bigger than my kids. What's going on? And I'm like, that's a tit.
I understand it's natural. I understand it's part of it. I get it. It's biology. This is what we do. But I'm not going to lie. Breastfeeding in public makes me a little uncomfortable.
Well, it makes you uncomfortable because you don't want to make the person uncomfortable. But I don't want them to stop because of that. I would
never ask anybody to stop.
Exactly.
To do whatever they got to do. But I'm not going to lie and say I'm totally okay with it and life goes on. I'm a little uncomfortable. I get a little reserved. I
don't mind it. I don't mind it, to be honest with you. But like me, I'm in the same category with George. If it's someone I know and you're next to me and you're talking to me and it's fine, like I have nothing against it, but it kind of makes you force yourself to act like it's okay, it's normal. Meanwhile, you're like, what am I gonna do now? Like George said, like I don't even know this woman.
No, but you don't understand. It's not what you're picturing. It's not a little baby that you're holding like this and you're cradling and you're putting it like this and you're holding its head there. Talking about a 4-year-old kid standing up, walking up to the mom on the chair, pulling her tube top down, the tits are out, sucking on it, and then running away, bro. It's not what we're describing here.
Yeah.
If it was a kid that's wrapped up, bundled, there's a thing over the shoulder, I don't mind. I'll look away because I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to make them feel offended.
Yeah.
Because we're all curious when we know, baby, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah. No, but exactly, because you don't know, is it like, are you staring too much? Is it like, are you worried that if it's a nice boob?
And it's a natural curiosity, boob, And there's a natural curiosity. You tend to like curiously look.
That's right.
But I
can't keep a straight face
else.
If somebody whips out a baby, puts it there, starts breastfeeding. It's like, hey, did you buy any Tesla stock? And like everything's normal. Like I don't know if I can do that
without any blanket. With a blanket,
I'm fine. The blanket, I'm fine if it's all covered. I'm just saying that I've seen where the boob is out, and I can see more. The boob is bigger than the baby's head, so I can, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're looking at the boob.
You're looking at the boob. The baby's head doesn't cover enough, and I don't know. Or at restaurants sometimes, no, it's natural. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still a little uncomfortable, and I would never ask anybody to not do it. I would never I would never go up to someone and say, hey, can you please not do this in front of me? No, never. But I'm not going to lie. It's a little like, oof. Oh, all right.
It's something it makes you uncomfortable. It's something that you yourself have to cope with. It's not
exactly
to change about this.
Yeah.
But you have to give it to the women, though. It takes a lot to take out your boob in public because you have to do it. You have to feed your kid.
Your baby's starving.
Yeah, you're not going to do that. And like, it's not like they will take their boobs out in public naturally, like, who look at my, like, it's
well, there's a movement today.
You have to do it.
There's a movement on that, actually.
I sometimes put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable doing that. And maybe it's, this whole thing that, and it's not new. I mean, a couple years now, it's been 2-3 years. There's all this advertisement about, breastfeeding and how it should be normalized and all that stuff. And I have nothing against that. I'm just thinking of it sometimes from the women's perspective, where it must take a lot for you to actually take your boob out in public and feed your kid because you have to, and it's not because it's not a natural thing to undress like that in public, right?
But not every mother is comfortable doing that.
You should do it, and you should do it. It's just put yourself in their shoes. They're like, well, that's what I have to do, so fuck off. I don't care.
There's a point where a lactating mother needs to get the fuck out of the house.
Yeah. But it's still not every mother is comfortable doing that, right? It's a percentage of moms. Like, not every mom is able to go breastfeed in public.
No, I think they do. It's just,
you cover up. Like us, we would do it.
Some are less shy than others, Some are
you cover up. You cover up. Yeah.
You cover up because you're not comfortable. Whereas other people don't care. Don't care if you notice, which is fine too. I don't care. You're holding a baby there. That doesn't bother me. The other thing where the ladies just it just pops out and it's just there. In the conversation. And it was a conversation I was enjoying. And then I kind of felt, do I turn away? Do I act weird? Do I make her feel weird?
What do I do? Yeah. Do I look away?
Am I perverted?
It's not look away. It's like, don't look directly at it. It's like you go like this, not to look directly at it. Like this.
What are you doing? You're ignoring. They're talking at you and they're looking at you in the eyes, and you're trying to focus just on their eyes.
Yeah. It's like, me and you both pretend what you're doing is not happening. So I haven't noticed anything. Let's
pretend let's pretend we're all used to this.
Oh my God.
It was strange. And I'm thinking to myself, I would never want my wife to do this.
No, definitely. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a touchy topic, eh? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think the weird thing in your scenario is the fact that it's a kid that actually walked willingly up to the boob.
She was bigger than my voice.
This is what I need now. Give it to me.
Yeah. She didn't even talk. She walked, she dropped, she sucked, she left. She left without putting it back up. She just left.
Was Cynthia there with you?
Yeah. It's like,
Guaranteed that was the conversation on the way back home, eh?
Yeah. No, when that couple left the party, that's what we all spoke about. The fucking boob that popped out. It was hilarious.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it is unique.
I think one of my aunts was breastfeeding late like that too with with one of her kids.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I don't want to.
Prior to Chris's story, the oldest I had heard of was somebody in kindergarten. A family member of mine knew a kid whose I guess schoolmate. The mom would come at lunch to breastfeed. That's good.
Wow.
And they had to tell him.
Kindergarten.
Guys, what I saw was exceptional. It was on TV. This was like.
Okay. It was on TV.
Yeah, I think after that episode, it's like a law came out that you go to jail if you breastfeed your kid after 14.
After 8. You should be hung. I'm exaggerating, of course.
But look, there's also, and like, we're not gonna.
Look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I've never seen my parents naked, and I'm happy about that. I have no idea what my mom's boobs look like, and I'm very happy about that.
It's what we said, man. No kid should have a vivid memory of them having their.
Like, I mean, what happens when you're trying to get intimate? Are you comparing them to like, oh, those look nicer than my mom's, or not as big? I mean, what is it? Like, how do you get it out of your mind? It's the only one you know.
Yeah, now I'm uncomfortable. And it takes a lot.
It's also crazy how it's crazy how open certain parents are with, sexuality with the kids.
Well, if the parents are sexual, they have to get it out of the way because they're going to be running into stuff.
We and I know that it's the same in your houses. like this was like the most taboo subject ever. No mention of it. No, very rare public affection. Like rare.
Who your parents?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? How? What kind of public affection are we talking about here? This is foreign.
Like, hugs and kisses and come here, sweetie, and that kind of stuff. Like I didn't see that shit. Like, what, your father, George, with your mom? Like you'd sit home and he would put his arm around her.
I was the third one. I was the third one. I saw people who were sick of each other.
Yeah, but. And look, maybe we grew up in abnormal circumstances or environments. I don't know. Maybe it's normal to grow up with parents that actually show that they love each other.
No, you show affection once. When you're marrying the kid off, you show them affection.
That's it. That's the only
time. They only have to remember the last time.
Yeah, like I don't shy away, man. Like I'll hug my wife like whenever I want. Like and I've seen Chris do it and George too. Much more than our parents used to, but
our parents was a 0.
We're in the negative, man.
In the negative. There was so much of the counter that it.
I'm just wondering if we were the exception and everywhere else it was completely different, or if it was the norm. You
know what? It's about where they came from.
It was a taboo subject, though. You're right, man. It was up there with politics,
because of where they came from.
Religion, and money.
It's where they came from. You didn't talk about it.
Yeah, you didn't talk about it.
If they came from somewhere where they did, they would have been like that too.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when there were friends over and there was like a dinner, there's like 5-6 couples and everyone's drinking and having fun.
Only when the sauce. When the sauce was up, then the jokes would start.
Yeah, the jokes. Yeah, the
jokes. The first couple that leaves and the guy's hungry. I gotta take her to bed now. Shit like that. Because the first couple that leaves is going to have sex apparently. And then this kid's here. Shut up.
No. The last couple that leaves is having sex. The first couple that leaves is going to sleep. They're going to bed. That's why they're leaving.
Well, it's easier to make jokes with more people there about the first couple. At least you have a bigger crowd.
It's true.
So you pick on them.
But I'm just wondering if you guys knew anyone.
Andre, Vanessa, yes, we picked on you as soon as you left. But it started while you were there.
I'm just wondering if you guys knew anyone that was the opposite.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and it made me uncomfortable because I didn't understand.
See, I didn't know anyone.
You know what? We knew that couple, and it's funny because everyone spoke about them.
Because they were unique.
Everyone talked about
made fun of them. Yeah. Everyone made fun of them because they were different from everyone else.
Oh yeah,
they were affectionate. Because they were affectionate.
Because they were normal. Because they were normal.
Well, look, it depends what your surrounding. Your normal is based on your surroundings. So if your surrounding is not that, you're not the normal.
No, I think it's normal, man, to be able to comfortably show affection to your wife and vice versa, anytime, anywhere. Like, I mean,
no, but it depends. Look, it depends. I don't mind. I'm very open about sex. Very open about it, and there's nothing that makes me very uncomfortable when it comes to that. Except when you talk about parents, that's a different story. But I'm fine. Even if I see 2 people French kissing in front of me, I'm fine. As long as it's not for an hour.
Depends, man. But
it depends. It could be not raunchy. It could be a nice French kiss, and say, "Oh, they felt that they did it great."
If you start hearing slobbering sounds, it's like, dude, man, come on.
But you know what I don't like? You know where I get uncomfortable? You know where I get uncomfortable? Yeah. Like if out of nowhere, 2 people just start looking each other in the eyes for like 2 minutes. That will fuck me up, man. Like that gets.
Why?
I don't know, but I'd rather have people French kissing than 2 people looking at each other. And that has happened to me.
Were they at the same table as you?
They were nearby and they were just staring each other in the eyes. And it was just uncomfortable for everyone. It was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable for the whole city.
So wait, the whole city. So wait, there's no dialogue. It's just looking.
No, it's just looking,
appreciating each other.
Yeah, just looking
deep into the eyes.
Yeah,
maybe it was an experiment.
It could have been. That's what we're thinking. Is either an experiment, heavy duty drugs, or these people were really fucking in love. It's like these people were looking at each other's souls, you know? And that got me uncomfortable.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that's what got me uncomfortable. If they were afraid of kissing, I wouldn't mind.
You usually do that in the basement by yourselves.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I've ever spent like looking at my wife, and being romantic, but there's always dialogue. There's, it's not just staring at each other.
There's flirting. There's
fun,
Yeah, there's fun with it. You can play with it. You can be dirty. You could be romantic. You could do all that, but just staring?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just had to share that. I just had to share because they were both leaning in, and it was weird. It was just uncomfortable.
So when you guys,
I think I saw that at Ramola's once.
Oh, for sure, because
the same exact
thing. A bunch of crazy stuff.
Ramola's was some of the funniest shit I heard. like generation gap dating shit and all of it. The weirdest arguments.
We saw it all, but that was the best place. So wait, just to go back. So you guys, while growing up, you had people, like you knew people that were affectionate.
Yeah.
There was that odd couple that was affectionate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like friends of your parents.
They stuck out in the circle of acquaintances around my parents. They definitely stuck out.
Yeah.
They were usually the more modernized couple.
Right.
The more westernized,
Good for them. Fuck. They didn't care. They didn't give a shit.
And I'm going to tell you something else I knew about them. They had less kids than everybody. That was a factor. That was definitely a factor. It's just a pattern I caught on.
Yeah.
Is that the trick? Is that the pathway to happiness?
Less kids. It's well, we're not talking about happiness. We're talking about public displays of affection.
Yeah.
Romantic. Being romantic.
Wow, you fucking saved it, bro. That was clever, George. That was good.
Because we've all seen.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we've all been to the supermarket and we've seen that couple where the husband is like 5 meters in front, walking with his hands behind his back, and the wife is behind him pushing the cart.
And they're both saying to themselves, they're each saying to each other's person, "I'm sick of listening to this person talk."
But you see it, man. Look, we grew up in Park X. I would see that on a daily basis. Couples walking like meters apart. Not like, oh shit, there's a pothole, let me go around. No, it was like, you go and I'll come behind you kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've seen people their wife tripped and fall and they kept walking. Hurry up. Hurry up, get yourself up and go. Okay, you fell, get over it. Come on.
Oh my
We
God.
gotta go. I've seen that too.
That to me was strange too. Like I never understood that either.
Well, I understand it. I don't do it. And my parents, my dad did it a little bit, but I understand why they did it. They did it because a man needs to go somewhere. He goes to go somewhere. The woman is going somewhere, but while she's going there, she's enjoying other things. She walks a little slower. She could. That's what my mom did. She would always stay behind with a friend and talk and walk slow. But my dad needed to get somewhere.
He focused on the
so he was impatient because he wanted to go somewhere, and they just were going somewhere. But while they were going somewhere, they would talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
There's nothing leisurely about it. I'm going somewhere. You get leisurely when you get there.
So I understand it. It's like that's what it is.
So funny.
It's more. It shows your dad in the army, the Navy. You walk with a purpose.
Yeah, it's like there's no. And that's why when women go shopping, women, I'm generalizing. Most women go shopping. It's like they'll check it out, they'll look at what's out there. Yeah, it's a journey.
Yeah.
It's a journey. Let me see what they have.
I'm like that. At the grocery store.
That's why I said most women. Doesn't mean some men do it.
My wife wants to finish as soon as possible. Doesn't care. Wants to just run. Like she's on the phone. Should I get it? I'm like, hold on, let me check. I don't have time. I'm like, why? Because I want to leave. Oh my God.
I think you guys were born in the wrong bodies.
No, but there's a couple of stores that I could stay and just walk around and do nothing and just lose myself.
We all love Canadian Tire.
Costco, Canadian Tire for sure. Canadian Tire, and Home Depot.
Home Depot or Renault Depot. I prefer Renault.
Renault.
Less,
like those three.
No, I don't have that. I don't have that.
No.
No, look. I only feel that at music stores.
When you own a house, you have
guitar.
When you own a house, Canadian Tire is a great place to stop.
What an amazing.
It is good. Like I'll go a little bit slower, but no. Usually it's in and out. It's like
no, because there's a lot of when you own a house, there's a lot of things you need to buy. You just don't because you want to wait for the right special. And you take your time, and you're like, maybe I'll miss a special. Let me go through every item and see what's on there. What has the tag on it?
Every aisle. Yeah, no, I lose patience like that too. But that was from a child. I remember getting my license, and my mom was like, "Okay, can you bring me to?" Because my mom didn't drive, so she's like, "Okay, can you bring me to whatever? I don't know."
Did you notice? Did you notice?
Like,
did you notice I was making it though?
Yes, I did.
She's like, "Yeah, bring me to Metro." I'm like, "Okay." So in my mind, I thought
okay, you're right, Chris. That was the cue.
Yeah. So in my mind, it's like, okay, we're going to Metro and we're coming back home. But we go to Metro. Once she's done, okay, now let's go to the other store. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, yeah, because we have to go get whatever other stuff, like the eggs. They have them special over there. And then once you're done from there, okay, let's go get the juices from. I'm like, just go to one store, get what you need. She's like, what are you talking about?
No.
And I never, and even until today, guys, I don't understand.
I'll tell it to you. Why? Did your mom do it on foot?
No, of course not.
She did it with a car?
Yeah.
So she didn't save any money. She just spent it all on gas and time.
You know what I mean?
my
go get your stuff
like
and
that.
come back.
No, like but if you're doing it on foot or with a bus stop and it's not costing you extra money, it's only costing you personal time. Somehow, if you don't have the cash, it's worth it because you really need the cash so you can spare the personal time. When you're doing it with a car and you're spending gas to go to multiple locations and you're only saving $3 on an item there and $4 on an item there, but your gas costs you $15, doesn't make any fucking sense.
Because it's the peace of mind that they know that I bought it cheaper and I didn't get screwed.
Okay, you added miles to your car. Your car's worthless now. There's that too.
They don't care.
They should, because if you do the whole math, you get the better picture. Guess what? You gain more personal time.
I would get in fights with my mom, and I have the shortest patience when it comes to shit like this. I can't. When you tell me, let's go to Metro, and then after that, there's like another 3 stores that I have to wait. I couldn't. Even today. My wife started doing that now. She's like, they have that on special. We'll go there. And I'm like, no.
I'll do 2 stops, but they have to be worth it.
I'll do 2 stops.
I'll do 2 stops for sure. I'll even do a 3rd sometimes because it's really close to us. It's on the way back from somewhere. It's not really taking anything away. Yeah. But to do it like that, I'm with you. I don't have the patience to do it like that.
Guys, I gotta go do another 4,000 push-ups. I'm ready.
Send your signals.
That's the signal. When George gets bored and starts making ninja stars. Yeah, let's end it there. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Once again, go support our social media stuff. Go on YouTube and subscribe. Comment and share if you like. And if you have any ideas about what we should be doing, any diets or any exercises, feel free to share. If you want to join us on this journey, I mean, we're not sure exactly how we're going to do it because for now it's only the 3 of us, but maybe we can open it up and see if there's any other dads that want to join us on this journey and kind of live this experience, losing weight and all that stuff. Let us know. We're open to any idea. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much once again, and we'll see you all on the next episode. Ciao, boys.
Stop eating and exercise.